there, welcome to LR Talks, where innovation meets education. My name is Adasa and I'm your host with the most as usual. On this show, I bring out the magic, the glitz, the glam, the discussions, the beautiful conversations. And today we're about to be on another ride to another beautiful conversation. In the room today, I have a beautiful, intelligent, impactful young lady in this room. Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
So I'd like you to please introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Emmanuel Peace Rejoice, and I'm also known as Pera. I'm a content creator and a final year student of law.
That's very beautiful, Pera. How do you feel today being on the show? I mean, the LR Talk show.
I feel fulfilled.
Oh, that's beautiful. I mean, she feels fulfilled. So today we will be driving conversation around the topic developing creativity and impact through content creation. Like we all know that the world is fast growing into a global village where we all pass different kind of messages through content creation, videos, dance, visual content, and a whole lot of things. You know, content is very broad, right? If I'm very right, you know, you could do music content, video content, dance content. But I believe that Pera would like to tell us today what type of content she does.
I do a lot.
A lot. Could you please tell us? We want to hear.
Okay, I do dance, I do music, I also do art.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
What type of art?
I draw and I write.
Beautiful. So I'd like to ask you, how has the journey of content creation been for you?
To be very honest, it has not been easy, but with God, we're pushing forward.
So according to Pera, it has not been easy. I mean, there is no career path in life that comes easy. And that's to tell you that life is not always a bed of roses. You would encounter thorns, obstacles, the stumbling blocks. But it is now left to us to turn those stumbling blocks into, you know, a step into greatness. So, Pera, you've been into content creation for a couple of years now. You dance, like you said, you sing. You're also into art. How has content creation impacted you as an individual?
Okay, so first of all, I started content creation last year. So you said I've
Wow.
started for years. It's just a year.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like
Yeah.
it.
Actually. So it's just a year, and ever since I started, my life changed completely. I used to be a very shy person, and actually I'm still a bit shy. But then standing in front of camera and being in front of so many people,
Right.
it's not as how do I put it? It's not so hard anymore. Ever since I started content creation, so it has impacted me in so many ways. I've gained lots of audience. A lot of people are like looking up to me.
Wow, beautiful. I mean, the last line caught me. We do not only live, we do not only shine our light. Other people also shine their light through us. And I mean, that is the real purpose of living. And I like the fact that you said some people now look up to you, despite the fact that you do not have so many years of experience yet. But with the little time, you've been able to prove yourself as someone who is worth following or someone who is worth emulating. You know, creativity is something that is particular to each person.
Yes.
So as for you, how were you able to develop your creativity?
Okay, that should be cultivating creative voice. So for me, the way I was able to cultivate my creative voice, it all started since I was young. So I had to like know exactly what inspired me. I had to have someone I look up to, and my family, my parents and siblings were actually people that helped in this aspect because we all do music, we all do act and everything. So it helped me in this aspect. So I was able to cultivate my creative voice through them, through the people I had around me, and it was easy for me to like gain inspiration. It was easy for me to know what inspired me, and I had a lot of people I was looking up to too. So I would say for you to be a professional content creator, you have to have someone you look up to. Yes, because if you feel like you can like handle it on your own, you might actually not get to where you want to
supposed to
get
get.
to. Yeah.
So, as for someone like me who is also a content creator, I think I find your statement, you have to find someone you look up to. I find it very fascinating. Because in life, we all need to find someone to hold our hands, whether as a mentor or as a role model, as somebody who has walked that path and would also show us how to walk that path. To every young person out there, I think you also need to have somebody you would look up to, somebody that would be able to guide you. You know, to you, you might think that the road is all rosy. You wouldn't encounter challenges, nothing too serious. But until you see that someone else had walked that path and they're able to guide you on how to overcome all of these challenges. So, as regards copyright and intellectual property, have you ever been in a situation where your works were being plagiarized? One. Two, if not, how do you feel when you see that some people copy other people's works? For example, TikTok. Yesterday, I saw a scenario where someone said someone used a sound, made it her own sound, and got more views and more videos under the same sound. You know, that's like a case of plagiarizing or stealing someone's content. So, what do you think about copyright and intellectual property, and how do we make it better in Nigeria?
Okay, about copyright and intellectual property. First, let's talk about intellectual property. So, intellectual property is the creation of the mind, is what you yourself you come up with. So, it could be designs, it could be logo, music, whatever thing you come up with can be termed that as intellectual property. So, under this, that's where we have copyright, we have patents, we have trademark and the likes. So, and I've never been in that situation where someone used my work,
Works or
yeah.
something.
But I've seen different scenarios like that too. As a dancer, there's most time where you would want to use a particular song to create a content. Different times where I would get inspiration on a dance step to do to this particular song. Then I actually do it. Then when immediately I post on TikTok, you find out that the sound has been removed due
Wow.
to copyright and all of that. So what I do in that situation, I think most artists, they do it in a way where you can be allowed to use their sound, except if you use the sound as a background. I don't know how they do that thing. When you use the sound, then the original sound will be put under
The
the sound you
sound.
created. So there won't be any
Issue of
issue of
copyright.
copyright. Yes, there are some situations where you have to like talk to the artist. Most artists are not so proud as people think they are. Some of them reply your DM
DMs
and you ask for permission. You seek for permission to
to
like
use the sound.
use their sound, and some of them are always so happy when you seek for permission. Then we also have fair use. Yeah, we can talk about fair use here. Fair use is just a situation where you can use people's work without permission, but in a specific situation. You can use their sound in a specific situation, like but you won't be allowed to use the whole thing, maybe just a
A
little bit
part
of
of
it,
the
yeah, a part
video.
of it. I'll still relate this to song because that's what I do a lot. So artists most time they use a particular part of their song, probably the chorus,
For
then for
publicity.
publicity, yes. So if you are trying to use the verse with the chorus and all of that, is copyrighted already. So you just like follow the rules, follow what the artist wants, not trying to steal and gain more audience,
Than the
trying to get
person
money, credits
of
than the
someone else's
person, yes,
sweat.
of someone. I find
Yeah.
that you're stealing. you.
I think I had this experience late last year. I
Oh,
shot a vlog and I decided to use, I can't really remember the artist. I used a particular song.
okay.
And you know, the video was doing very well on Instagram. You know, got a lot of comments and engagement. Until suddenly, I saw a notification, and it's still very dirty now, that my video has been banned in Russia and other parts of Asian countries or something. So I had to listen to the song to hear if there was a vulgar word or something, or if it was a copyright issue. I couldn't really, phantom what happened because they didn't tell me. They just told me that this video cannot be seen in
In
Russia and other
Russia.
parts of Asian countries. So what do you think must have happened at that point?
To be very honest, I've also had a situation like that on Instagram, especially where you'd want to use a sound and they will tell you it can't be used. I don't know, maybe it's Russia people.
There are even some sounds that
It
when
was
when you
Russia
use them
to
on IG and you're trying to download the video
download the video.
to make
Yeah.
it shareable to other platforms, they tell you you cannot download because of your choice of music or without the consent of the artist. So I think, why should you sing a song? And we're trying to, use it more and more. That should be your happiness, but you don't want us to use it. That's totally fine, by the way. Also, I would like to ask you, what has been your most challenging moment in content creation?
Okay, so I started content creation last year, April to be precise, and ever since I started, my most challenging issue has been that I don't have lots of engagement.
Yet.
There are, yes, yet. And it really affected me. I got disappointed at some point that I wanted to stop. That was late last year until I registered for a competition, that 2-year competition, and I saw that I had a lot of people that were so supportive.
So aware.
Yes, and all of that. So the only challenge that I can still say that I had was the fact that I didn't have a lot of engagement, and I was not, I feel like I was not supposed to like feel bad about that because I was just starting. So I got to know that as a beginner content creator, I was not supposed to focus on the attention and all of that, because my consistency was supposed to be the main thing. I was supposed to keep posting and posting and posting. But right now, the engagement I have on literally all my videos has been really wild. And I think there are no much challenges that I've faced in this creation world. And there are some times where you try to get inspiration, and
I mean, creative block.
Very, very hard. It can be very, very hard. You'd even get some inspiration sometimes, and the next minute you go to TikTok especially, you see somebody else that already did what you just thought about, and you be like, how? Then you have to sit back and try to create something new again.
I mean, that's right. Consistency does not lie. I'm a living evidence of that. When I started Instagram, I think around May last year, I became very serious with IG. And as I then had 232 followers, I think, something around that. My engagements were really low. I was struggling with 0 comments, 2 likes, 0 comments, 3 likes, 0 comments, 5. When I have, you see, on my good day, I would have 10 likes and 1 comment. And that 1 comment would either be my very close friend or my cousin, somebody very close to me. They just had to write it so that I don't feel discouraged. But I had to sit back. I took an hibernation of like 3 months, studied what my FYP was like, what I was about to start at that time. Then I started to study people that I wanted to be like. Not be like them necessarily, but people who I get fascinated by their content. I studied their way of posting, and I discovered that they were very consistent. And I thought, how am I supposed to be consistent? Then I realized that some of them batch create. That's when I learned about batch creation. You can create content that you would post consistently for 4 months. Just keep them in your archive, then you take one after the other. Then after learning all of that, I also discovered that IG, they favor our aesthetics more. I don't know about other platforms, but for Instagram favors people with fine aesthetics more. If you post a video and your camera isn't so good, and I post a video and I use the best cameras, I edit, so I hire a video editor. So then I knew that, okay, even if I couldn't pay a video editor, I had to learn myself how to edit, and I became consistent. I started to post in line with what I wanted. I unfollowed a lot of people, started to follow people that I wanted to see more. And I became more consistent. And now, it's no brags. I get very tired of replying comments. I'm like, I prayed for this, and I'm living in my answered prayers now. So when it comes to content creation, I agree with you that consistency really matters. There are times that we lose. There's something that I say always, that in no content, there is content. Because somebody did something recently, she had no content to post. Then she made a vlog of how she had nothing to post, that she's just going to show them how her day went. And that content blew up. So, content creation, we have to be consistent, and we also have to study how the algorithm works. And I'm really glad for you that now you have more engagement, wider reach, more people now know you. Yes. And that's really what is rewarding when it comes to content creation. For people who do not really earn a living out of it, this engagement is enough fulfillment for them. Yes. So I want to ask you, what would you tell the 5-year-old Pera? What would you tell her?
Okay, what I'll tell the 5-year-old Pera, okay, is that I'm trying to like go way back to five
What
year
would you
old.
tell her? Or the younger you, to make it simpler, what would you tell the younger you?
Okay, I'll tell myself that I shouldn't um I shouldn't hold back. Don't look down on yourself. Yes, because I looked down on myself a lot when I was way younger. So don't look down on yourself. Believe in yourself. Be authentic, be real. Just know that you can do whatever you think you can do, and try to let people know who you are. Just be you.
Just be you.
Yeah, be
Don't try to
you.
be someone else.
Yeah,
Even when you're trying to model after
after
somebody,
someone
try that
else.
you're not copying what they're doing exactly. Because the other time I mentioned that there are people that I really liked their work, but I had to make sure that there was a distinction in our works. You know, when you see our work and you see mine, you know there's a difference. But
Yeah.
okay, they could be similar. They're both chasing excellence. When you see their videos, you know, no, this video is very excellent. They have to put in a lot of work to create this video, but they are not the same. They have unique styles. And that is how I would like to encourage everyone watching this, that you can create your own unique style. It is very beautiful to like what somebody does. It is beautiful to admire them. It is very fine to want to be like them. But remember that while trying to be like somebody else, don't lose yourself in the process. Don't lose who you can be in the process. Don't limit your potentials to what that person has become. What if you could become more? What if you could be even more than what that person has become? So please, while trying to be like somebody else, don't lose yourself in the process. So, what do you think can make content creation better for you? What is that thing you think would make it easier for you?
Consistency.
Consistency.
Yes,
So you need a push,
consistency.
something to push
Yes,
it to be very more consistent.
and feedbacks from others.
Mothers.
Yes, I feel like in this content creation world, you shouldn't ignore feedbacks from other people. Till now, my friends still ask me why I reply comments
You still
on
have
my.
to reply
Yes,
comments.
because
It's
I'm
very
just starting.
important.
Yes, you have to reply people's comments. Let them know that you are here. Because if you ignore them, they feel like, why are you posting this thing if you're not engaging? So
I know, right?
consistency is just the key.
Okay, so just before we leave the show,
All
I want
right.
to ask you, how do you handle creative block? Every time you get stuck in the creative process, you do not know what to create. You just have no idea whatsoever. You've surfed the internet, nothing serious, nothing tangible to create. What do you do at that point?
When I don't have anything to create, all I do is pray. I wasn't
Pray.
going to involve God in this
No, we can't do without
interview,
him. It's
but
fine. It's fine.
to be very honest, when I involve God, it makes it really,
Easier and
really
better.
easy for me. The way I get my inspiration, it's going to be very, very different from me using my own mind and using my own brain.
Yeah.
And if I'm not going to involve God, if I just want to like do it my own way, what I do most time is to post random things, what people don't see me do on a normal day, like posting just my pictures, and let people just know you are still here. Don't just ghost people. Let them know you are still there. Post something. Just find something to
Right.
post.
As a content creator, I think that except you're taking a very much needed break, you shouldn't just go like that
Yes,
with no
you
notice
shouldn't.
or whatsoever, because it is very easy to lose your audience.
Very, very
Every
easy.
day we have new content creators springing up with different beautiful and mind-blowing content ideas, and you're like, ah, imagine I leave this space for one day. There's somebody else to take over right away. So for me, what I do is I hibernate. I do it all the time. Every time I think I am stuck, I really do not know what to do. I don't know how to forge forward. I take a break from everything, even if it means not posting at all on all platforms. Then I go over a deep sleep, think again, okay, go back to my drawing table. What am I supposed to do right? What have I been doing wrong? What am I supposed to be consistent on? What are the things I'm supposed to stop totally or reduce? What are the distractions? These are things that really work for me. And I know that it could be lessons for people watching us, that as a content creator, an upcoming content creator, someone who would love to build a career in content creation one day, it is very fine to be stuck. It is very fine to be clueless. It is very fine not to know what to do. It is very fine if you think that your content is not doing well. But remember to be consistent at it. You know, when a blacksmith is trying to carve something, they keep eating on the same spot. And that is a lesson for you to also keep eating on that spot until you get your desired result. And this mug, for example, when they were trying to maybe create this product, they didn't just create and leave it that way. You had to go through painting, you had to go through fire, go through a lot of processes before it became this very fine mug that we can look at. So as a young person who is trying to build a career from content creation, it is very, very okay to be stuck. It is okay for you to be clueless, but please be consistent. And on times where you need to take breaks, take your breaks, hibernate, come back and show us that you really got stuff. Come back and prove to us that you've gone and you're back for a very great comeback. Thank you very much. So, Pera, do you have a closing word?
I'll just let them know my favorite
Okay.
quote. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard.
Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So it means that even if you have a talent or you have potentials and you're not working hard, it might not really yield the best result. But when you work hard, that is why it is. And now for hard work, I also believe that while working hard, also work smart. So on the show today, I would be leaving us with this word: work hard, work smart, and remember not to depend on your talent alone. I had an amazing time with Pera, our very, diligent content creator, who I believe that in the next couple of years, she would be a star to reckon with. Pera, thank you very much. So I'd like you to share your social media platforms so that viewers can follow you, connect with you, see your beautiful content.
Okay, so only one Pera on TikTok.
Okay.
And only one Pera on Instagram. So I'm just on two social media platforms.
Please remember to follow Pera on all our social media platforms. My name remains Adasa, your host for the most on the LR Talk Show. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on your post notification as the next edition promises to be even more amazing. Thank you very much and catch you on the next show. Cheers.